Yo, what's going down? This is Jamal Hamilton from Sonic Boom Bap, coming back with you again with another review. And right now, I'm reviewing the MPC expansion pack. So let's go check this out. Let me pull up this URL here. If you see what I'm talking about, um, actually, that's not it. So yeah, so Akai has their own expansion packs basically, and what they are is just sample kits, drum kits. Uh, so they have sounds basically. They selling sounds just like how you would see other guys and all these other sites selling sounds. But these guys that actually make the MPC, they have some sounds specific for the MPC Renaissance Studio and the MPC Element, and you can use these sounds and make beats with them and include them in your production. So I had a chance to go through the kit. I can show you what it is here. Um, New products. I think this should be coming up here. So yes. So I had a chance to review Dystopia, House, and UK Dance, and all of these elements here, they would, the sounds that you use, and a lot of these sample kits, I guess, is inspired by dance music. I guess on the world stage, dance music is really popular. I know that I love hip hop, and my site is more dedicated to hip hop, but to be on a real level here, house music, dance music is very popular around the world. In fact, it's even more popular than hip hop, truth be told. But and I guess that's the reason why all of these kits are so inspired by dance music. So I actually had a chance to check them out. But the cool thing is you can use these kits for any kind of genre. It's not really uh, you don't have to be stuck into dance or anything. But it's perfect if you into making house, dance, garage, any of them types of music because these sounds kind of cater to those styles. But I had a chance to check those out. Um, so I already loaded the kits up. So let's go through the kits, check them out, see what they're about. They're already loaded. I already loaded these up. So let's go through here. So if you run in a Mac, if I don't know how it is set up on the PC, but on a Mac computer, um, the way that they had these set up, um, what I had to do is you had to actually go into application support. That it's crazy where they put these kits at. So you actually got to go into application support, go to Akai, and then you should. It's content. My bad. Okay, so here it is. It's actually this is the layout. It's actually an NPC slash contents, and inside of there you'll be able to find it once you install these kits. You'll find it in there, and then you can access the sound. So the way that it installed it put the files there. I mean, I don't know what other place it could put it. Probably could put it somewhere else, but this is where it is. So if you're using Mac, that's where you find it. Um, and the cool thing is they do have instructions for you to find it, so you won't be lost. So you're good. You good to go. So it's just with me, I just forgot at this moment where they were. So sorry about that. But anyway, let's go through this kit. So let's first check out elements of dystopia here. And you see that all the files are laid out. They have 808s, 909s, acoustic sounds, uh, probably a few loops here, claps. Um, they got cymbals, crashes, um, all kinds of effects, hi hats, just everything here, man. I mean, you can have a field day just in this one kit here. So I'm gonna check out some of these sounds here. Um, so let's see. Here's some of the 808s here, the 808 sounds. So yeah, you see that these sounds is what you would expect to hear in certain drum kits. And what I like is that they have a nice polished sound to them, you know. And then actually they have programs in here that you could load up and sequences. Um, I tried the programs and the sequences. I really wasn't too thrilled with them. Um, I didn't really get any use out of them other than I guess it was a way to give people an example of how to actually the sounds, the kits, the drums, and all that sound and what you can do with them. But other than that, I think it's pretty much useless. That's my opinion. Other people might think it's great to have it, so don't that's just me where I'm coming from. But other people may say, "Ooh, I love this." Um, so yeah, let's go through some of these sounds here. Let's see. They got everything, claps, all this stuff you can use. I mean, even though I don't know what this Dystopia kit was meant for, it might just be just for a kit for just whatever. Dystopia means it's a bad place for people. It's miserable. That's what it means. But these sounds are not miserable. I mean, they sound great. They're nice sounds. You know. So you got a ton of claps. Cymbal effects. So yeah, these sounds is good, man. You can use them, and do what you got to do with them. Some effects. Go through here. I'm just gonna run through this real quick. Few hi-hats. So you hear the kicks, and to me, I think these are usable for hip hop or whatever. I mean, definitely doesn't have that breakbeat sound, but you could make it sound like a breakbeat. I have techniques to do things like that, but these are totally usable sounds here. I mean, and they sound really good and professionally tweaked, and you can just incorporate these, make them make beats out of it, and I think they'll sit well in the mix on their own. You can definitely shape them up with EQ and compression and things of that nature. You still have to mess with that, but I'm thinking as far as working in the mix, but the sound overall sounds very good, very good. You won't have to do a whole lot of processing. So to me, I mean, you got a lot of good material here to work with. So let's listen to some of these snares. So yeah, you got everything that you would need to make a beat with in this kit. Everything is pretty laid out for you. Everything is grouped together. Let's see here. Some weird sounds for you. I was trying to find some other like basses and things I'm looking through here. Um, so yeah, you got bass sounds that you could actually load up, and you could spread them across the keys, and with the MPC Renaissance you can easily do that. Or you can use the 16 levels and do it that way. As far as do the 16 levels, take a sound to the tune, you could do that. Or you can make a key group out of these sounds and play them out on your keyboard, spread them across the keys and get busy. So it's a lot here to work with. I mean, you could probably use this kit by itself and make beats. So I actually made a beat with this. I didn't really use any of the bass sounds in it though, but I did use some kicks, snares. Um, oh, the cool thing is it's got vinyl sounds. I guess you can add your little scratching. Well, if you like that in your sounds, you can incorporate that. So it's pretty much, this is the gist of Dystopia here. So sounds pretty good, and you can do a lot with it. So let's go through some of these other kits here. We got let's check out the house, elements of house. Sorry, didn't know what happened just there, but anyway, let's see if I can get it to work now. Let's see. So you're getting 303 sounds. 303 sounds right here. And they do still have some 808s. Yeah, that's a nice crashes. So I think I used the crash out of this kit, Elements of House. I actually did. This is and it's the crashes in this kit are real good. Well, at least I liked it. I mean, so these kits have a lot of just bread and butter sounds, and what I mean by that, you can just use in any genre and do what you got to do. So it's a lot of things going on in this kit. Yeah, you'd have your like synth pad sounds in here that you could actually stretch out across the keys and play some things out. And the cool thing is they laid out in their notes, so you would know it where it's supposed to be. So you can actually do a lot with these sound banks. So you got the drum sounds. You have actual sounds in here that you can use, that you can play out and do things with. So it's a lot you can get going on this. So yes, and this kit here, which is good, is it's the Elements of House. So it's giving you all that you need to really make a house beat. And oh yeah, you get a little vinyl static. I like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like that. You can incorporate that with a lot of beats, and if you're trying to get that vinyl sound, definitely use that. So ran through some kick drums. It got bass sounds. And I could load up these programs and sequences, but believe me, man, it's not really worth it. I mean, to me, it's not. I mean, I'm not even going to waste time going through that. So this is the gist of it. You see, it's a lot of sounds that you can do and really make a whole house track. You can do your whole thing with this sound bank. You don't really need anything else. And really, I'm being honest because with the key group mode in the MPC Renaissance, also in the studio, and I'm not sure what the Element can do, but yes, with those two, I know definitely you could stretch this out across the keys and play these sounds out, so you can have you can make a nice little masterpiece with some of these banks. So yeah, so that was a little quick run through of the elements of house. So let's check out the next kit here. Okay, so UK dance. Same, pretty much similar type things. You got the sequences programs in here. So in each bank, each of these sound kits, you're gonna have these programs. Is to me is useless, but you can all these sounds pretty much cater to that genre. So yeah, you got chords and things of that nature that you can use in these kits. And this one in particular has some nice sounds. Like I said, you can actually use these kits uh, in any kind of genre. I mean, you can do it in a hip hop beat. You can use this stuff. And the way hip hop sounding nowadays, it's hard to tell what's what. I mean, people are using some of the same sounds in hip hop, just like in dance and garage house. It's just a different tempo, basically. I mean, definitely the 808s spans all these genres: hip hop, house, garage, UK dance. It doesn't matter. Um, so just don't let those when you see them, don't let those put you off. I know like a lot of hip hop guys that like to make beats. They'll probably look at these kits and be like, this is nothing in there for me. And you'll be contrary to the person that's not knowing. Contrary to the wise, there's definitely something in here that you can use. So don't be put off by the names garage, UK dance, and all of those things. You can incorporate this in hip hop and make some really killer stuff. And maybe not all these sounds, but these drum sounds, claps and all of this. You can definitely do everything that you need to do as far as that's concerned. So you shouldn't have any worries. So you got, little sample hits there. You can incorporate in your productions. So that's the gist of UK dance. There's a lot of cool sounds in here. And of course, you got all your bread and butter sounds, the kicks, the snares, bunch of hi-hats in this one. Yeah, so yeah, the definitely UK dance has some unique sounds onto its own, that you can incorporate. Each kit seems to um, cater to that genre, and it's a lot of different sounds that I didn't hear on the other kits that's in here that you can even tell from just listening to me go through them. Uh, oh, my bad. So anyway, that's about the gist of the UK dance. I mean, it's a lot more sounds in here. Um, in fact, I don't have the exact number, and I should have it. But if you go through my site and actually read the review, I should have the exact numbers of what sounds are in each kit. And yeah, these sounds are pretty good. They sonically sound good. So like incorporating them in your production should help you a lot. And then all you have to do is just a little tweaking in the mix to make sure everything is sitting where they need to be and nothing's fighting against each other. And you can have a pretty nice sounding song. And these kits I just ran through, they're available on the akaipro.com site right now, and you can grab those. Now I had a chance to take a look at another kit that's not actually on the site. I'm not sure if they're gonna sell this or not, or if it was something for sale, or maybe they're gonna put it out eventually. But I'll just go through it now. It's the um, what is it called here? It's oh yeah, the elements of garage and two step. Huh. So here we go. A lot of basses in here. So like I was saying, so if you guys don't have any plugins, anything that you're using in your computer, and you got the Renaissance, but you want to play some stuff, you can actually take these sounds and make some synth patches and start playing. I mean, it's really that simple. And if if you learned how to use the Renaissance and how it works, you can definitely easily put something together like that. And um, I haven't myself per se done anything like that, but you can hear the possibilities of what's going on with this and see that it's possible to really do a lot with these sound banks. It's not just drum sounds. They're actually synth sounds and pads and basses and sound effects, claps and stuff that a lot of other drum kits out here may not have. Like say if you go to another site that just specifically sell drum kits, you may not get these that's mixed in. But but the cool thing is the sound quality of these are really good. And I think this kit is perfect. Any of these kits should work. I mean, even getting all four of them, this is enough to really get you going. And you just to have this in your library is good. And as always, you never have enough sounds. I like to draw from a giant library of sounds. I have like tons of drums, and I still don't never get enough of drums. And then if it's something specific I'm looking for, I'm glad I got a big library that I can just go through and pull up what I need for that job or that type of music that I'm working on at the moment. So, yeah, that's perfect. So, but yeah, this is the garage kit. I don't know if it's coming out. It has a lot of cool sounds in it, though. I mean, it's got tons of hi-hats and kicks and I don't know if Kai is recycling some of these kick sounds. Some of them do sound the same, but I'm not sure. Uh, but hey, it's their own sounds. I mean, you may not even buy all their banks, I guess, but you may have a sound that might be in the other bank, but I'm not 100% sure. Some of these sounds, and even kicks, is hard to tell. I mean, Uh, I mean, some of these kicks sound like the other kicks, but um, let's go through. And like I said, you can do a lot of stuff with this and make some cool music. Um, and just to give you an example here, let me pull up something that I was working on. Just to let you know that some of these drum sounds and the ones that I in this beat that I made, and this is a hip hop beat, I guess. And what I did here is I took some sounds out of Dystopia and some out of the I think it was the house kit. What was it? Yeah, it was the house kit, and it was that crash that I grabbed out of there. And so let's see what we got here. So yeah, this is pretty much, this beat has some of the sounds that's in it. And I don't know if you can hear that crash that's in it, but yeah, so you can, get these. So don't let those house names and all that stuff, the garage and all that stuff fool you. You can really get down with these and use it for hip hop or whatever, and whatever type of music you're into. And that just gives you an example, what you can do with this. So yeah, I say, man, these are definitely worth it, And by the way, that sample in there and all that stuff didn't come from this bank, so don't think you're gonna get something like that out of there. But I grabbed a sample from some records, and the drums actually came from this bank. And what I did with some of these drums, you can see that I layered some, layered these snares and kicks, and even hi-hats I layered. I don't think I used that, but so yeah, and I actually layered those, and those sounds did come from Dystopia, I think. Yeah, they all came from that Dystopia, and I know that crash came from the house bank kit. So yeah, that lets you know that you can really do hip hop with these, and so don't let the names put you off. You can do what you gotta do. And the thing with hip hop is hip hop was birthed from all genres. Basically disco, rock, soul, R&B, blues, jazz. So I mean, you can use anything to make hip hop. So these kits is definitely usable for making boom bap, whatever. So just want to put that out there and let people know that, yeah, don't be put off by those names, because I know I would have been if I wasn't even privy to know that I could do these. I mean, if I was just to buy them, I'd probably be like, what is this? I don't care about all these sounds. And a lot of these sounds you may not use, but then again, you might have some. These sounds might inspire you to make some cool sounding, maybe different stuff that you weren't even thinking about making. So hey, sky's the limit. That's how I look at it. So this is the run through of the kits, the MPC expansion pack, and that lets you know what you can do with them. I didn't bother to go through the presets. I mean, through the programs and sequences that Akai did. They were real cheesy, and I mean, it probably would have put you off from buying them, to be honest. So, but me going through it this way, you can see exactly what you're working with. And I think, just from the sound quality, these are definitely worth to have in your library. So this is definitely worthy to take a look at and try out, and, maybe buy it. And, incorporate it into your productions. And And you can actually use these sounds. These are wave sounds. So, I mean, even though you had a Renaissance, you could probably load it into any sampler because they're wave files. So it's not like you limit it to just the MPC Renaissance or the studio. So that's another thing to know. So if you bought these, you can actually use them in anything. Only thing is you won't be able to use the programs and sequences in something else. So like a machine or something, it just won't work in a machine. Those programs and sequences, but the actual sounds themselves, yes, you can load that into machine or whatever you got, whatever sampler, it doesn't matter. So yeah, if you don't have MPC, I mean, you can grab this bank and get busy in anything, and I think they're worth the have. So that's just my 2 cents. So I guess I'm gonna wrap this up. Make sure you always check the site sonicboombap.com. Always got new things in store. And more reviews is coming. I've been backed up for a while, but now I'm freed up. I'm getting some more help with the site, so a lot more reviews are gonna come your way. So you definitely stay in tune with me on that. It's been a rough few months for me, but I'm trying to get my output out a little faster, and get you the latest info on the gear and the tools of the trade, basically. So stay in tune with me, sonicboombap.com. Peace.